The first time seeing like a cow with my real eyes.
Find out what LSU done did to you, man.
That's our rivalry.
Word has it that you're the DJ in the locker room. Exactly.
Sometimes I be telling them to chill out. Like, yeah.
The Players Club is presented by Pepsi, the official soft drink of the Washington Commanders. Welcome into the Players Club. I'm London Fletcher, joined by Santana Moss and Kam Curl. Cam, we appreciate you joining us on the Players Club.
Thank y'all for having me.
Indeed.
Yeah, now in the Players Club, we have a lot of fun, man. We
want to now.
Yeah. We want to get to know you off the field more so than on the field. First thing I want to know is, you were born in San Diego, moved to Oklahoma. What was it like growing up in Oklahoma?
I mean, it was crazy. First off, I was born in Oklahoma. I was born in Muskogee. Before I turned 1, we moved to San Diego.
Wow.
And then I was there for like 10 years. So San Diego was basically all I knew before we moved back. But I mean, it was crazy, you know, especially like moving back there, you know, seeing all type of stuff. First time seeing like a cow with my real eyes and stuff. Like, it's just like going from that big city to a small town. It was a big cultural difference, but like I like Oklahoma. Like that's where I'm from. You know what I'm saying?
How big of the change was it for you? Like I'm not sure how much sports you played in either. Or you say you moved from San Diego. Round 10. Did you get a chance to start Little League or anything before you moved?
Oh, yeah, I was playing football since I was 6.
So how different was it when you got to, you know?
I mean, everybody was bigger. You know, San Diego is like small speed, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, coming back to Oklahoma, like everybody bigger, you know, country fed, you know what I'm saying? So, like, actually, my grandpa, he was like, you know, I don't know you gonna be able to play with these boys, you know what I'm saying? They big. I'm like, nah, I can play.
Yeah,
but
you ready for it, huh?
Yeah, so we got out there. I actually started playing quarterback when I got to Oklahoma. So it was a big skill set difference.
Gotcha.
Yeah. What did you play any other sports growing up?
Yeah. I mean, like 4th grade, I played soccer for 1 year. I played baseball for 1 season. Basketball. I played basketball until I got to high school. I was like kind of skinny, so like I gotta stop playing basketball. I got big, you know what I'm saying? I gotta get in the weight room. So that's when I stopped high school.
Growing up, was football always something that you just felt like, you know, that's my future? You know, I know for me, it was as early as about 5 or 6 years old when I first was asked what you want to do or what you want to be, and I pointed to the TV screen. My dad and my uncles was watching a football game. I want to do that. Yeah. You know, and so I lived that life until it came true. When did that kind of become your reality, or you knew that was going to be something that you wanted to have an experience in?
It was probably, I started off just like liking it. Like you said, like you pointed to the TV, like that was like almost the same exact thing. Like I was like 4 and like we was just watching it and like that's what I want to do. And they were trying to put me in it, but like I didn't want to go play flag. Like I'm trying to go do what they doing. Like,
You want to hit somebody, yeah.
So I had to wait till I was 6. So then I got there like just like I just fell in love with it. Like I don't know what it was, you know what I'm saying? Just the game and just wanting to learn more about it. And then like when you get to like that age, you know, you like, I can get paid to do this. Like I can help my family out doing this. I'm like, this is what I do. Like this is what I love.
Yeah.
Well, at one point, when you were growing up, was there a team in particular that you liked rooting for, either college or professionally?
College, yeah, I liked the Sooners. You know what I'm saying? Just because you know, back in Oklahoma, I had like the Sooners growing up a lot. That was my dad's favorite team, so you know that's gonna be my favorite team too. But NFL, not really. I mean, being in San Diego, went to a couple like Chargers games, you know, to watch LT and them. Like, but never really like had just a favorite.
Okay, so you fast forward through college, you have your college career, and then you get your chance to, you know, taste these waters here. You know, get your first. How was that experience for you? Like, did you know that because it's crazy. Some guys come into this situation knowing that, hey, I'm gonna be a draft pick. Some guys say, hey, you know what, I just want to get in the door. What was your emotions like? Did you know that you was going to be a draft pick? And even with I already know, and I'm pretty sure some of the listeners know what happened to you and how we got lucky enough and fortunate enough to get you. How was that experience and how did it change for you? I
like, in the back of my head, I knew I was going to be a draft pick, but like nobody knew I was going to come out my junior year. So like I really wasn't on everybody's radar. You know what I'm saying? I got invited to the combine though, so that was like a good thing to get on people's radar. But like, I just needed to get my foot in that door. You know what I'm saying? I know like I can make a team. Like that was my thing. Like I know I can make a team. Like I know how to play football. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So when draft day came, you know, you want to hear your name called. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just the thing. Like in that moment, you want to hear your name called. But then again, it's just like I just need the opportunity. But like when I got that call, like it was a dream come true.
It was
you know what I'm saying?
Go time.
When I look back, going back to your college days, you started 12 games as a freshman at the cornerback position, much like your rookie year in Washington. You took over for somebody that got injured. It was like, man, you ran with that opportunity. You end up playing corner, then moved to safety your second year. First of all, what made you choose Arkansas over Oklahoma, Texas Tech? You remember you mentioned your dad's favorite team was Oklahoma.
Yeah.
You grew up an Oklahoma fan.
Yeah.
Oklahoma's recruiting you, and you chose to go to Arkansas.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, I don't know. They just left me a bitter taste in my mouth, you know? Like, I'm right in their backyard, and it just took so long for them to, you know,
to
extend the offer to me, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, it was just a little, you know, a little chip on my shoulder. But I chose Arkansas really because, like, I feel like the SEC was, like, the best conference in college football. So, I'm like, if I want to go to the league, I want to go play against the best every week, you know what I'm saying? I want to, you know, get right in there, you know what I'm saying? So, like, especially, like, when I came to the league, like adjusting to the speed, it wasn't that big of a deal because playing in the SEC, you know what I'm saying? You playing against NFL starters, you know what I'm saying? So like that was the main thing, just being in the SEC, being able to play against the top dogs, you know.
Gotcha. So you're in your third season now here in the NFL, and we all know what it's like to get your name or make a name for yourself, get your feet wet and all that stuff. You did that. You got out the gate with that your first year, last year, and then now you're in your third season. What else do you do when you have that time off from doing what you do for a living? Like how is that off day on Tuesday or one of them days during the week where you had nothing to do? Do you have a ritual you and a friend on the team do, or is it something that you kind of spend time to yourself or, you know, hang out in the mall and stuff like that?
I be chilling most of the time, you know what I'm saying? Like my dog Scooter, who on the team, you know, we stay together, so we might go at it in the game or something like that, but I might go get a massage. Like, I don't be, like, out for real like that. You know what I'm saying? I be inside in the crib.
So you enjoy that? You enjoy that time to relax,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah, for sure. Especially we going at it, like, how we go at it, you know what I'm saying? As an NFL player, I need that time to relax, for sure.
No doubt.
Now, word has it that you're the DJ in the locker room.
Yeah.
You're the one who, you know, does the playlist. What's on the playlist? Your pregame playlist, what's on that?
I mean, first I need Young Boy in my ears before the game. You know what I'm saying? I got
My
Young
son
Boy
likes
playing.
NBA Young Boy, man.
He gonna turn you up for sure. But you know, some Young Boy. You know, I listen to Kodak before the game or Future. Like just anything that's gonna get my blood flowing. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go run into these folks. You know, so anything to get my blood flowing.
So are you superstitious? Because I remember I had certain things that I had to do. I'm not sure, London. You had,
absolutely.
I had to have things lined up a certain way. I listened to the same music since I was, 11th grade and until my last year playing pro. What are some of the superstitions that you have, or are you even superstitious at all?
I'm not that superstitious. Like I probably listen to the same type of music. You know what I'm saying? I don't like I'm not superstitious, but I don't like too much like different stuff like throwing me off. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make me
if
think
it ain't
too
broke,
much.
don't fix it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I don't really like talking to a lot of people before the game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like getting all those texts. Like I appreciate all of it.
Yeah.
But like I can't talk to you. But I'm trying to lock in. You know what I'm saying? So that's probably the only thing. Like I don't be trying to be rude, but like I can't talk to everybody before the game.
Man, I feel you on that. On a rare occasion, if we had a home game and one of my boys wanted to ride to the game with me, you couldn't talk to me. Like I don't talk to me, man. Had a guy try to talk to me, one of my boys during in the car ride, man. Be quiet, man. Because you're trying to lock in, trying to get in that mind space, that kind of framework and mind frame that you need to in order to go out here and play. Are you big into cars, or are you a car guy?
Yeah, I like cars. I ain't that big in. I just like fast cars. That's it. Yeah.
What kind? What like any favorite?
Name.
I mean,
name
I got
a few.
my car. I like Trackhawk. The Trackhawk, the Jeep Grand Cherokee.
Okay.
Got
Trackhawk,
the Hellcat engine in it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it get up pretty fast.
Still to come on the Players Club.
Woo pig, man. If this what you want to do, like we gonna do it. Like you know what I'm saying? Like we not finna play around with this. I don't even got no words.
Time for the player profile presented by Pepsi. the official soft drink of the Washington Commanders.
So tell me something, man. Like, a lot of guys, and I wasn't one of those guys. I mean, in my position, I feel like I've always needed so much help, so I couldn't really put the goals that I wanted. Mm-hmm. Are you one of those guys? And I'm not sure if I asked you this before. I know I've got a couple of times to talk to you before. Are you a guy that kind of chart down things and say, this is what I want to accomplish, and go after them? Or are you one of those guys that say, look here, I'm going to be ready for whatever, for the highs and the lows, but I'm trying. I have things in my mind, but I'm not jotting them down.
I feel like I just started jotting them down, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause I feel like you put them on paper, you know what I'm saying, it's going to stick to you that much. Like when you taking notes in the meeting, you know what I'm saying? If you just listen to it, then you might forget it, but you write it down, and then, you're going to remember that. But, like, they don't be too specific. It's just like, I want to just see progress in my game.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? I want to get better. I don't ever want to take a step back, you know what I'm saying? I just want to see myself keep getting better, like, every year, every week,
Gotcha.
This past June, you put on your first youth football cap back in Muskogee. Mm-hmm. What was that like for you, having your first youth football camp?
I mean, it was big for me, you know what I'm saying? Just, like, to give back to the kids, you know what I'm saying? Especially, like, I be gone a lot, you know, with my job and stuff, but, like, when I was growing up, like, we ain't really have that, you know what I'm saying? So just to bring that and, like, just to, like, show my face and, like, show these kids, like, you can do something with yourself, you know what I'm saying? Like, it meant a lot to me.
Were there any other pros from Muskogee?
Oh, yeah, we had Stacey McGee out there. He played here, and he went to University of Oklahoma. So he was out there. He helped out a little bit. But we try to make it like an annual thing.
That'd
with
be dope.
Me, him, and Rob Thomas.
Now, is that something you do everywhere? Like, because I know I'm one of those guys. I've been doing that since my first year. Before I even became pro, my senior year in college, I did something at my neighborhood park I grew up at, and it was like something I did annually until one of the other guys made it, and then he took over, and then I jotted out and started doing it to where I was playing at. So are you looking forward to doing this, elsewhere also?
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to do one out here, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I was posting about it and stuff, they thought it was out here, so that just made me like, I got to come out here and do something too, you know what I'm saying? Just really show love to everybody.
Yeah.
Your dad, Greg, he served in the Navy. What type of impact has he had on your life?
I mean, he was like, he played basketball growing up, but like when he like realized I really want to do this football thing, like he dove like head first into it too. Like learning about, like me and him was like learning about it together. You know what I'm saying? Like he was my coach. Like he was like on like the coaching staff, I think all the way up to high school.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? Like at one point when we first moved to Oklahoma, like he was like the head coach because like couldn't nobody else do it. You know what I'm saying? But like in California, he was like the assistant and stuff like that. And like at home, like when I was like 6, 7, 8, like we was working out. You know what I'm saying? Like he told me like, if this is what you want to do, like we gonna do it. Like you know what I'm saying? Like we not finna play around with this. You know? So like he meant a lot to like this journey I got. Like him pushing me. You know what I'm saying? Like him sending out my film to like college coaches. Like cause I was like the first D1 athlete from Muskogee since like 2006. Like straight out of high school. You know what I'm saying? So it was like he really had to dig and find them coaches. So like he was emailing them stuff like that. And like once I got that first offer, it was rolling. So like he meant a lot to this journey.
That's interesting because it makes sense to me now just to see. I've seen him on the gram a couple of times. And so, when you see that, because my father don't know what Instagram is, you know what I mean? My mom or my father, they look at me like I'm crazy. How is that to have a dad that's hip enough to know also that went through this journey with you, you arrive, and now he's hip enough to be on what we on today, social media and stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool. Sometimes I be telling him, chill out. Like, you gotta chill out, on the social media, you know what I'm saying?
I look at some of this stuff.
I be trying to tell him, but like, it's cool just like, for him to really understand what I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? Him still being a part of that, and how you support me, like I appreciate it a lot.
Now, I know he's probably loving that.
When I looked at your father's social media, his Twitter, he had a lot of stuff about them Cowboys.
Yeah. No, he hate them Cowboys. So,
I saw that. I
he
could
hated
tell.
them before I even got drafted.
Wow.
So that hate runs deep with him.
Yeah, because most of my family, like in Oklahoma,
that's close,
it's gonna be
right?
Cowboys. It's Cowboy country. So most of my family is, and he like was the only one that's not.
Wow.
So like when I got drafted here, he was turned up.
So it was perfect for him then. Yeah.
You'll have a lot of family at the game this weekend.
Oh yeah, we gonna have a lot.
Are they gonna have on Kam Curl jerseys or
Nah,
they're gonna be cheering for the Cowboys? We need to know.
They better have a Kam Curl
because you can't.
Right.
Be kind of riding the fence. It's either one or the other.
Pick one side.
Blood is thicker than water. Like all this cowboy. No. Once you became a Washington football player, that
That's what
burgundy
we
and
is.
gold, it takes precedence over everything.
Right.
You know, speaking of the Cowboys and how deep this rivalry is, you already know, like you grew up knowing that your family was on one side of the fence. What is that? How does it mean to you to go out there and play well? Not only play well, but try to win. I'm not sure if you got a chance to win a game since you've been here against these guys.
Oh yeah,
You won once or twice.
My rookie year, we beat them twice.
Bingo.
back.
Okay,
Yeah.
see, I ain't do my research, but what is that feeling like just to sock it to them? Because I grew up in the same kind of household. You know, family was big Cowboy fans, and people didn't know one of the reasons why I thrived so much up there in Cowboy country is because my family was always there,
Right.
who was rooting for me, who I grew up with. How's that feeling with you? You know, knowing you can sock it to them every now and then.
I mean, it feel good, you know, just like not to just see that Cowboys get beat, but like I'm part of that. You know what
Yes.
I'm saying? So it's, you know, you get your a little bragging rights, you know what I'm saying? But just being able for them to be able to see me on the TV, you know, just not even, you know, Washington versus Dallas, just being on the TV for them, and then like me being a part of beating their favorite team is gonna feel good.
Tana and I, we've had, you know, the honor of playing in quite a few of these games, and the rivalry played pretty good against them. Tana was a Cowboy killer. He put up big numbers against those guys. The very first time you played against the Cowboys, what was that like for you? You grew up, you know, your father not liking them. You knew that the hatred there, and then it's one thing to be on the outside, but being inside that rivalry and taking that field, what was that like?
I mean, it give you like extra more like that energy, you know, extra chip on your shoulder, you know what I'm saying, just to know how personal it is, you know what I'm saying, on your side of the family. So just playing them and then like the rivalry just built into it, like, and like that first time playing them, that was the game Lando had got hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So like I
didn't
had
know
to
that.
get thrown in there, but like,
Wow.
you know, it was like
What a coincidence, huh?
it's just another chip on your shoulder, just knowing your family like them. But like when Lando went down, you know, just had to lock back in, like lock in even more, basically. What I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. Then we got to play him for the second time, and like I was, you know, the starter, so you know it took it like a different route to do that. But like, you know, just beating them, like that's the main objective.
Well, I'm glad you're going to be a part of this one because I can just imagine how you felt come week one when, you know, I'm sitting there. I've already had a chance to speak with you throughout the preseason, told you how you one of the guys I watch closely. And when I didn't see you in the lineup, you know, I heard coming into week one, I'm like, damn, where did I miss that memo? You know what I mean? How does it feel to know that, you know, you had a little minor setback and now you back? When I watched you last week, man, you couldn't tell me that you ain't been playing. You was out there like as if, you know what I mean, you was out there since the first game of the season.
Yeah.
What's that feeling like with you now, knowing that you had a little, you know, stumble in the road, but you got up and you back on your feet, ready to do your thing?
I feel like I took it as just like you said, like a minor setback. Just something that make me lock in even more. You know what I'm saying? Cause like I could have like slacked off like during like when I had the injury when I wasn't practicing. You know what I'm saying? But like I feel like I just took that adversity because like in football we learn about adversity a lot. You know what I'm saying?
All
So
the time.
just responding to that adversity, like I took it as a challenge. You know what I'm saying? Not letting it slow me up. Like for me, like when I get back, like I don't want like, you know what I'm saying, I'm not behind. Like I'm right here with y'all. We out here together. Like I've been out here. Like that was the main goal.
Yeah, that's key.
Yeah, we're gonna do a little thing called word association. You actually gonna be the first player that we've tried this with. So, all right, Razorbacks.
Yeah, Woo Pig, man. Some guys who run around. What they say? The defense coordinator there now run and hit. You know that's what we do at Arkansas. We run and hit.
Percy Butler.
Speed. That man up fast. You know what I'm saying? I like the way he catching on to the defense and on special teams.
Coach Chris Harris.
Energetic. You know what I'm saying? The
We know
energy
that.
he brings.
We know that person.
You know, the energy and like really like the positive vibes he bring. You know what I'm saying? He come in the same guy every day.
LSU.
I don't even got no words.
Ain't like that. Hold on. Let me find out what LSU done did to you, man.
That's our rival. You know what I'm saying? We got a little trophy game
I know
against
it had to
them.
be something.
Yeah, we got a trophy game. That's me and Shadiq. We be going at it.
Muskogee.
The Gee, man. That's where it all started. You know what I'm saying?
All right, man. We appreciate you
man.
joining us on the
Indeed,
Players Club.
indeed.
And something we've been having everybody do is sign this ball. So we want you to sign this ball for us.
Yes, sir.
Here you go. Wish you must success this weekend and
Thank you.
bring us that dub, man. We need it.
So that's the main. That's the only goal.
Man,
You know what I'm saying?
especially against those Cowboys.
Yeah, appreciate y'all for having me, man.
Still to come on the Players Club, man. This is a different type of rivalry. I feel like I had a pick in that game too.
Hey, if you believe it, you know you did.
No, I did.
It ain't in your mind for nothing.
Go ahead and celebrate, Treadway. Daniel dives into the end zone. Touchdown!
We're back on the Players Club. I'm London Fletcher, joined by Santana Moss. Tana, it's Dallas week. It's that week. We know what that means around here to this franchise. What does that rivalry mean to you?
You know what? Honestly, man, I was one of those guys that I try not to get up too much for one team outside of all the others, but it was just it's hard not to, you know. I think mostly because of how the atmosphere here and just knowing what it was going to be wherever we was playing at. You know, it kind of gave you that nod, like, you know what? Regardless of how a routine you are, make sure you stay sharp with that. But just know, man, these people want to see a good game, you want to be one of the guys to have a, you know, to partake in and have a great performance. So I kindly tricked myself out of being so calm with it and just made sure it was an issue of mine to go out there and perform.
We all have great memories. You and I, we both have had some really big games against the Cowboys. Outside of the Monday Night Miracle, what's your second best memory?
Now, the game at home that year, Sean had passed that year.
Yeah.
And I got another chance to have a great performance, but we beat them by 21 points.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, like, what a coincidence is that? You know what I mean? So that game plays more in the back of my head more than the Monday Night Miracle, because like I told most of the fans that asked me about that game, I was pissed off for four quarters into the last 2 minutes before I really got a chance to be, you know, to make an effect or impact on the game. But it's not a game that goes by when I play these guys, whether I perform well or not. You know, my passion to go out there and play well, whether it's being big in the, you know, passing game and putting up yards and points, is to still be that guy that they have to pay close attention to so somebody else can get off.
You know, as I played in 14 of those rivalry games during my 7 years here in Washington, and they all were special to me. You know, you mentioned the final game of the season, the 2007 season after Sean passed, and we needed to win that game to make the playoffs. And, you know, they didn't stand a chance coming into that game. I mean, we just destroyed them defensively. I mean, as a team, I think about the last time we played in the old Cowboy Stadium, and we beat them. We beat them the last time we played in the old Cowboy Stadium. I feel like I had a pick in that game too.
Hey, if you believe it, you know you did.
No, I did.
It ain't in your mind for nothing.
I think I had a pick in that game. You know, as we look at current players that are, whether it's rookies or the first time they'll be playing in the Cowboy Stadium, what kind of advice would you have for those guys just to you know, get ready to go into that stadium?
Don't get caught up in the atmosphere, for one. But two, I would say don't get yourself tricked out of trying to make this game more than what it is. You know, I'm not sure if the energy of, you know, what we've had, what we experienced going into this game is the same. You know, I'm not sure, you know, for those guys. I know as a player, for me, it seemed like every time we played Dallas, no matter what the records was, it was something different about the vibe. You know, the air tasted different, you know. But I would just tell them, man, just to lock in. You know, right now I feel like this game is very important for our season. Not that it's a must-win type of atmosphere or game, but they should want to finish 500 in this first quarter of a play, you know. And that's how I look at games where they land on our schedule, and especially that week, what can I do to make a difference for us to have a chance to win? And that's all they should worry about. You know,
I'm almost certain the energy is going to be there. It's regardless of what the record is, regardless of how we played last week against Philadelphia and all that. It's the Cowboys against Washington.
Yeah.
The energy is going to be crazy. It'll be a lot of our fans in that building. That was one thing I was impressed about every time we played in.
Yeah, we traveled
in
well
Dallas.
going there
We
too.
had a lot of our fans in that building. And Tanner, we're gonna be wearing that all black, baby. So you know that's gonna be
We come
fire.
to party.
Yeah,
we come to bring the noise that day.
they gonna have on all black, the new black uniforms, the black helmet.
Set the tone, please.
You go out in all
Set the
black.
tone. You got to set the tone, man. Let it be known.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Here
It's
to
just
play.
it's a situation where I can't wait to get there Sunday and come into that building and just see how guys are gonna play in that game. Santana, always love chopping it up with you on the Players Club. Looking forward to watching the guys play this weekend in Dallas. Join us next week on the Players Club. Be sure to listen to the extended version of the Players Club podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Plus, you can watch on Commanders YouTube and Commanders.com.